All right, and look who I brought. You got a 15-second Samsung ad. Nice. Sylvie is a long boy. Okay. This is gonna be tough to program in it. All right, you want to come over here? Oh, did you knock the camera down? Let's get you cat cam. Astra, hello. How are you doing today? Yes, Sylvie is super cute. 100% agree there. Nope. There we go. Bring you up above Sylvie. I'm doing pretty good. It's we're actually making good progress on this. We have to figure out what's going on with this. Whatever is going on with this. So let's remove RF. Get sample 3 here. Okay, so here we're just doing a cargo run clone. I'm cloning get sample 3 to get sample 3. Okay. You okay, Zoe? It initialized the directory. And so if we now head back to here, there's get sample 3 again. So if we cd into it, there is no .get. So it did not initialize properly. So that is what we need to do now. So let's go ahead and commit what we've got, because now we have to fix that before we know whether or not it's actually working. So we are maybe able to clone the repo. And that was everything, right? Yeah. Okay, so my first thoughts is, before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and fix all the warnings that we have, because there's a lot of them. And it's quite possible that, similar to the last issue that we had, maybe one of the warnings is hiding something that actually is more serious. So we have 2 in here. 2. Unused variable size. So the ref delta doesn't require a size, so this can be changed with that. Yep, we don't need you either, because we only need the values. So now if I only need the values, then I can change this to get object in get objects values. Base object size. So I'm not using this at all. By reading size encoding, I don't think I need this line at all then. In camera setup is a bit different today. Yeah, it got knocked over, and so I just sort of put it up to wherever it got knocked over from. I think usually I put it over to the left a little bit. It seems to change every time that, like, every time that Zilby knocks it over, I end up having to move it around, or maybe I just move it to wherever it landed. Okay, so in C, most optional warnings should actually be errors, like returning an int instead of a pointer does not print anything by default. Oh, nice. Well, at least here we get warnings, as opposed to, oh, it's just a quiet warning. All right, remove all the unused imports. Cool. That works decently well. Yeah, is that all the, okay, that's all the warnings. Ooh, okay, so what happened here? Now we have an error. Error running clone command, handling ref hash delta. Applying delta instruction, invalid copy instruction. It got to the 0 again. Invalid copy instruction is... Wait, invalid copy or invalid... Oh, invalid copy. Okay, so it got into here. Oh, so it attempted to get this amount and it couldn't find it. Well, like it went past the end or something like that. Oh, okay. Now, if I try this again, does it work? No, so this is not just like a, oh yeah, it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Although, like, I would probably have to try it more than a few times to, like, verify that. Well, that's okay, that's too bad. It was working before, so my attempts at fixing the warnings didn't work. Let's try this. Let's get is it get revert or get restore? Get restore. Let's restore clone. Nope, we're not. I didn't even do the colon. Oh, okay, so the problem was in clone. Oh, I need to reload this file. Oh, that's the file. Okay, I know what happened. I know what happened. Gonna do this again. This one. When I read size encoding, it moves the cursor. And so by not doing this line, it screws everything up. So in reality, I'm not using base object size, but I need to run the read size encoding command in order for this to work. So this gets rid of all of the warnings and should still work for us here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what the problem is. So warnings are gone. Now we need to figure out what the heck is going on with this. So if I go back into get sample, yeah, so we have nothing here. I need to figure out what the heck is going on with this get in it. So let's also maybe get commit this after the warnings are done. It's not push. We don't need it to be graded yet because we know it's not going to work. All right, so to begin with, what's the first thing that we do? We create this target directory. So first off, is this target directory correct? Let's go ahead and debug this. Our target directory, okay, so users, Berserker desktop. Now, if I take this and I LSU. Well, maybe not, because there's nothing in there. Let's cd u. It puts me into get sample 3. So that seems to be correct. So the target directory that we got here is right. We hand it, okay, then we run create directory, and we know that it creates the directory. So that's good. Who owns this directory? What? Shouldn't I have a dot dot? I own the, okay, so I own the directory. Read write execute for me. I'm running this command, so it should run as me. Okay, that should be okay. So init would be the next thing. So I'm taking the target directory and I'm passing it into there. So now I'm pushing on .git. So let's go ahead and debug our path. Okay, out of it. Okay, so our path is user Brook Circuit desktop get sample 3.git. Okay, that seems correct. Also, I want to clean up my clones. So that I must not have saved this because I still had a debug in there. Okay, so the path is correct. I then create a directory path with this expect. So this would crash if it fails to. Why doesn't this create the directory? It got to create a directory. Oh, now, wait, now I have this error? What? Why do I have that error? I have that error sometimes? Uh-oh. Race condition? That seems not great. Either way, it is saying that it's creating this folder. And that is the path that it's trying to create it in. And so if I cd into here, no such file or directory, because get sample 3 exists, but the .git doesn't get created. Okay, create dir. Is there... creates a new empty directory at the provided path. This function currently corresponds to the makedir function on... okay, yeah. If a parent of the given path doesn't exist, this function will return an error. Okay, it's supposed to return an error, but why don't I get... this expect should call if it returns an error, but it doesn't. Instead, we get this initialize get directory print line. I'm so confused. when would it not create the directory? Maybe let's go take a look at the documentation itself and see if we can find fs create dir. I could try just building a docs. What is it? Cargo docs. Is it open or is it cargo doc open, I think, at the end of it? So after it compiles, it then opens it into a browser. And I want standard. Okay, so first off, we might be able to take a look at, we have our init, functions init. Yeah, so it takes a path buff. Okay, that's great. Oh, but you don't really tell me much about this. So that's fine. Oh, you went back to being small. Oh, there's no link to standard in here. Okay, so I don't get like the standard documentation from this. I only get the documentation of everything else that I'm using. Otherwise, I could see like FS in here, which I do not. How about FS? Or is it create directory? Yeah, create dir. Oh, that's too bad. Why don't the local built docs have that? Shouldn't it pull in everything that I wanted, that I'm using? It only pulls in like the third party stuff, which is too bad. Yeah, we can just go there. Let me nope. I want open you. Stop. Because you don't always have the standard source. Nope, I don't want new tab. How do I open this in a new window? Open a little arc. There we go. Okay, so it's a special kind of dependency that can be used without source. I mean, I get it. I don't agree with it. Okay, yeah, because I don't always have the standard source, but I'm compiling it in this time. Shouldn't it just compile, like bring in the one, like just the few functions that I'm using? But that's neither here nor there. It would be nice. Okay, so especially because then that could link to the exact version of the Rust compiler version that I'm using, like the Rust version that I'm using. All right, what this is standard fs create directory. So standard unless you use zbuild standard in cargo. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Creates a new empty directory at the provided path. We could do the create dir all function, which then creates the missing parents. Wait a second. Is that a possibility? That it thinks that the parent, no, but it's not returning an error. That's the thing that's bothering me. It's not returning an error. Create dir all. Okay, is literally exactly the same. So what if we tried create dir all? And it should be exactly the same. So if I rerun this, no, nothing in here. You can definitely remove things with something CD'd into it. And that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but me CD'd out of it doesn't do it. You're wondering if it somehow was the remove command? Am I removing? Wait, am I removing? Did I delete? Am I removing the directory? Where's the remove command? Oh, I'm looking at RM now. It has like normal. There's so many files that have RM in it. That's not. Oh, when I call the RM RF, it shouldn't cause it because I'm calling that before I run the command. So yeah, like if I. Oh yeah, but oh yeah, it could be that. So here, let's remove RF. Get sample 3 here. Then let's just cargo. No. Cargo run clone CodeCrafters get sample 3 into desktop get sample 3. So if I do that, yeah, it doesn't exist in there still. Maybe add an infinite loop just after you create the dir to see with another shell if it's already created. Sure, we can try that. Let me go ahead and remove get sample 3. Oh, you know what? Another way we can do a test. Let's put this into get sample 4. If I do that, why you do this? What? Why? This is one of the times where I'm like confused. Like, why would that work? Why would this be different behavior? If I do the RM command, that should remove it from the disk. I want to say that it's been a while since I looked into it, but I want to say that modern Mac OS uses journaling. Very similar to how Linux does it and Unix does it. So basically, as soon as I remove that, that should do the thing. Now, I wonder if it's because like the desktop is weird in Mac. What if I throw it somewhere else? Let's find a different place to put this. Like if I go to like slash I wonder if can I, okay, I can create a directory in here. I wonder if it is. I try not to, but maybe I am. Maybe I accidentally sync that, and like there's some weird like iCloud like stuff going on with desktop. Let's try throwing this into var temp. So if we come back to here, do cargo run clone that. So we want you to go to var temp get sample 3. So if I cd, let's just lt get sample 3 get. Okay, look at that. All of these files here. Well, that's really nice. Okay, so get sample 3 cdn2.get. I want to get cat file. Right, get cat file -p. Let's just take a look at this last one, right? So ffce. It's a valid cat file. Okay. Did we do it? Does get status work in your get status? No. Yes, it does. No commits yet. So there's nothing to commit. Apparently you can't run get status in .get. I've never tried that before. But cool. Okay. So let's send this on up. Let's see. What did I change in it? Oh, I switched to get to, okay, so using create dir all in case the base dir hasn't been created. We'll go ahead and push this up. This is the cool thing about CodeCrafters. It's going to run tests for us. So we can actually make this a little bit larger. And let us see how we did. Now, I believe that we should move past the stage that we were at, and we should be able to get to the next test case, and then maybe I'm guessing it's actually going to check for the files in the directory and not just like, oh, hey, look, all the objects are in the get objects. So I think the next thing will be to like read out the files and then like actually write them into the appropriate places. But we'll get there when we get there. I guess this is a nice time, like this is an appropriate time for me to also pitch CodeCrafters again, because I did partner with them for this. They what that means is they gave me VIP status on the website CodeCrafters, so free access to all the challenges. And so I chose to do the Git challenge because I've always wanted to build my own Git. It seems like a really fun thing to do, and I've always wanted to learn how Git works behind the scenes. So that's what we're doing right here. They have a bunch of other challenges too, like create your own Redis. John Hu did a partnership with CodeCrafters too, and did his was what was his? His was creating a Tor browser, a torrent, something like that. But that was really cool to watch. That's actually one of the reasons why I was willing to go with CodeCrafters. And I have a link in the YouTube description, and then also here on Twitch with CodeCrafters, like that. that if you like what you see, you want to try it out yourself, you have a learning budget with your company, you can use it to subscribe and then get access to it. And they have a lifetime subscription mode too, so you can purchase it, although that's really expensive. So I wouldn't expect anybody to do that unless you had like a learning budget. Okay, so that being said and done, we did get past the test. So this was stage 7. Okay, so clone repository. So they did the git clone. We were failing on this one previously. Git cat file commit. So they ran the git cat file, and the files are exactly what we said they said they are. Now they are doing exactly what I was expecting them to do. They're attempting to open a file to actually like see if it is, well, there, and it's not. So apparently this one has like a work tree. Okay, tester. Oh, this is where they put theirs. They put theirs under work tree 3847. Okay, so that's where they put theirs, and then we have this tester donkey monkey. And of course it didn't exist. So we have to figure out a way to now create the file structure and the folder structure. Files, folders, the same thing. The directories and the files from the commit, which how do we get the latest commit? If we're down here, if I do like a git, there's no logs, so it didn't pull down any of the logs. I don't know what all the files are, so we have to figure out what the commit is to figure out where to put these. Although, if you look at that, is this the actual folder structure? Is this a tree? This is not a tree. I think oh wait, in head, did I update head to have anything useful in it? I don't think so. Head I think is empty. Yeah, it's pretty much empty. Okay. And I think refs is empty. Yeah, I never put anything into refs. I didn't save the pack file, which I know is something that you can do. Like that's what real git does. So I need to figure out what the git is and then actually save that to the appropriate place. Now I have the commit. Wait a second, I have the commit. Don't I have the commit? In clone, I get commit, getting commit bytes with the refs last. Okay, so, and I get that out. And I want last with this. Okay. If I debug out refs last unwrap, and I want to hex encode this. Okay, the trait bound get ref as ref u8 is not satisfied. Aren't you UF? Oh, Astral, you redeemed Pet the Cat. Yeah, we can do a Pet the Cat. Oh, what am I missing on the encode? We've done it a few different times, and I think I'm forgetting something. I'm missing the commit hash. Oh, yeah. that would be it. I don't want to take ownership of that. Yep, that was it, which means yeah, okay. Cool. Thank you for Skimus. Also, hello. How are you doing today? All right, let's debug that out. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna do a cargo clone run. Okay, so that's going over there. I have to delete this first. We'll run you. That was not the correct hash. Cool. Okay. Wait a second. Is it already? I already have it in the correct. Where's my debug? There it is. I bet I already have it in the correct encoding. That's probably all I need to do. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so this is our commit hash. So if I come over here, back to you, cd into get sample 3, we're going to do a get cat file there. Okay, so I grab this and now I can see that the tree is this. Okay, so if I grab that and we do a get tree, is it Alice tree? I think Alice tree, and then the hash. This gives us top level everything. So we have our create content blob. Okay, so this is what we need to create first. Now this is another tree, so I could just do this again, right? We can do a get ls tree with this here for like donkey. And then there's inside of this donkey is like another set of things. So I don't know if it's quite recursive that we need to do this, but it might be. What I might need to do it as is like a queue or a stack, like an instruction stack. So basically I need to run a get cat file on the commit to find the tree. Once I have the tree, we then read that to find these. If it's a blob, I just write that out. And if it's a tree, I need to create the directory for this. But then also, after I create the directory, I need to read that in. That's the recursive part. Okay. That's what we're working on now. So step one, let's just see if we can figure out the tree of this. So in clone, at the end of here, I need to kick off. Now I have this hash, don't I? Yeah, we have this hash as like this last thing that we're getting here. I need to keep this away. So I kind of want to do something like let the, are we doing this as like a for? No. Okay, so let our commit hash I probably want to clone this to own this, but it actually probably doesn't make that sense. Okay, so we want the last one. We will get a context. This is getting commit hash. We'll unwrap you. We'll get the commit hash. And we'll do that. And so for you, I can actually just use that same commit hash. And now that I have that commit hash, I can use you in another function and pass that in down here. So we save the get objects, which is good. We need to save them, but we also need to maybe like write, we'll do like another function here. So like write files, like write get objects. No, not write get objects. It would be like, what is it called to apply them to disk? Create files and folders. So or maybe it's a checkout. Maybe this is a checkout, and this would be a completely different command altogether. I kind of like that because then I can get out of this file because this is already getting pretty big. Let's do that. So let's do a new, this is going to be a source. We're going to call this checkout. Now, the only thing we know we absolutely need right now is, okay, we need our path. So we need where we're going. So our path, which is going to be the path buff. And we need all the get objects. Which is get objects is going to be this hash map. I feel like I want to create like a pub type. So you'll be a reference to get objects. And then we need the the commit hash. Which that needs to be a vec of U8. So actually, I think I actually need it to be like this in order to read into the get objects to find it, which kind of sucks. But like the get objects, that's what it's storing. Okay, so then we're going to turn a result, which is from anyhow. And I don't need to return anything at all. So we'll just do this. And at the end of clone, we'll now call checkout and hand it the appropriate things. So after we created the get objects, now we'll call checkout. Okay, so we'll pass the target directory, clone you, the get objects, and then the commit hash. Which is you, question mark you, and you're done. Expected a reference. Right, so this is now a problem. So can I guess I could just turn you back into, bytes. I guess we convert you back to bytes. Where did I get that to begin with? Oh, because we have this refs, and so we get the last ref and the commit hash, and so I want get ref. Oh, I just store these as strings. Okay, so we're gonna have to turn this back to a vector. So okay, we'll just give ownership. That'll be fine. So I want as bytes, which then oh, I could just do that as bytes. But do I need it to be a vector? Well, okay. Yeah, because it's a vec of U8. To vec. Now this gets owned, and that's going to be fine. I'm okay with that. So instead of taking a reference to a vector, which is always a little bit weird, we're just going to take in a vector of bytes. Cool. All right, so then now we have you. That's going to work, and it's going to do its thing. And we have no errors, just some warnings here, and just these 3 warnings too. So that's fine. Now if I do our remove first again, I thought the rm-rf would work there. Okay, well, apparently, okay, now it works. Ad break in 5 minutes or so. And this time I'll probably take a break for me to go grab a drink because I am feeling thirsty. But it'll probably be a fairly short one since Sylvia is still here. Okay, let's see. So we have our temp, get sample 3, initialize the get directory. That's great. I want, okay, now that we have all that set up for this, step 1, I need to get the commit from the commit hash, or so I have them all here. I have all the get objects here. I don't need to read these from the file. The only problem is that I'm re-implementing, I think, what a, well, am I? I may not be. I might be re-implementing some of what like the other functions are doing, like cut file. So if I try to grab the commit out, so let's get the commit is going to be get objects. We want to get based upon the commit hash. This should exist. So I can I not context oh, I can't context an option. For some reason I thought I could. Is it unwrap or else, or is it, no, it's not map or else. Is it like okay or, yeah, this turns it into a, okay, so okay or else. I probably just want to, oh, it's an error from anyhow error. Oh wait, no, I can use the anyhow macro. Anyhow macro where we just say missing commit. That gives us you, and then I think I can debug the commit. It is bytes though, so we can either look at this with pigz, or I can just throw this out there and try to like turn it into a string. So what if we do that? So if I do like a string from UTF-8 and hand it the commit. Expected. Okay, so you want to take ownership of that. Cannot move out of it. Fine, I'll do 2 owned. Okay, so if I run this now, interesting. I wonder if the remove doesn't work because it doesn't actually, it's not finished removing it. I wonder if I do something like this. Remove the file and then sleep a little tiny bit. So like if I do like sleep 1, so sleep 1 second and then run this. No. But if I remove you, and then cargo clone you into there, that works. Okay, so I just can't do the remove in the same command. Wait. Yeah, okay, missing commit. Oh, missing commit? Oh no. Okay, so it couldn't find the commit in here because the commit itself doesn't exist in there. Yeah. All right, ad break is starting. I am going to use this as a excuse to go get a drink. I will be right back.